Hello guys, welcome back onto the Dutch couch. Millwall Football Club. Stereotype. People stereotype that club, right? I saw something on Saturday night. I'll see it on X or Twitter or whatever. Come up. I'll tell you what. I fucking love this. I love it. Community Trust. They've got a Skybet Foundation Fund, right? Armed Forces Veterans Programme. I absolutely love this. All this negative stick and stuff that Millwall have got over the years. I'll tell you what. They do a massive amount of stuff in the community. I used to live over that way as a youngster, and all my friends were Millwall, so I've got a sort of like soft spot for them. And but this, I love this. This guy called John Scarborough set it up, and I've only seen a video on him. And the way he speaks, he's a fucking legend, mate. I think it's brilliant what he's done here, helping veterans reconnect with civilian life, basically, after they're leaving the army and what have you. Obviously, some of these people, they struggle to reconnect with civilian life, don't they? Stresses. Obviously, they're used to a way of life, aren't they? They find it hard to get into the back into normal life. Really, they're doing simple things like coffee mornings, meetings with fellow veterans. But it's a football program, and I love this football sessions. But I saw one guy on there. He actually said through these football sessions, I came in. I got speaking to a few guys and I found out they do like a walking program, where obviously all these guys are talking about their mental health and stuff, and obviously socialising with each other. I think that's brilliant. I love this. Football clubs do a massive amount of stuff in the community, but I don't think this club get enough decent press, do they? And I think they're a good club. I really do. The people I know there, and I took my boy there when we was doing the 92. I'll tell you what, I've said in another video, the most friendliest environment I've ever been to with my kid at a football match. And that surprised me at the time. I'll tell you what, brilliant, mate. Obviously, I mentioned the walking group. They do loads of stuff in the community. I see this Slam Health Intervention Programme too. They welcome anyone with mental health issues. Another thing they do, the Pan Disability Programme. They've got teams. They play against other disability teams and stuff. But this veterans one really caught me imagination from the mental side of it, because I'm massive on well-being. And just from the way that I saw in the video, that the veterans speaking, I just saw that it gave them something. It was giving them something to go on. One of the guys, he literally, just for a five-a-side football session, he travelled over 2 hours on 2 buses, but he said, I'm coming back. I loved it. You could just see these people from a personal point of view. It was something to cling on to, a bit of hope for them. I think that's brilliant, mate, and that's massive. I was really impressed when I saw that. I don't think this is the first I've heard of it. I don't know if it's got out there enough. This is brilliant, mate. But this John Scarborough fella, I looked up a bit about him. He seems like a real top guy. And when he was speaking about this programme, have a look on the Millwall Community Trust website. It'll tell you all the details. Obviously, I've had a little look at it. I was more impressed by the way this John Scarborough spoke, who set this thing up with the obviously it's a Skybet Foundation Fund, but Millwall have applied for it or whatever. This is going to do such a lot for these fellas and ladies. It's men and women, which is brilliant. I think this is going to do so much for them. Even if one of them people, right, who is obviously come out of there, they're struggling getting back into normal life, right? But this, obviously they're connecting with people who know how they're thinking anyway, mentally and stuff, yeah, from when they've been in there. They're going to help each other. So they're networking between each other, giving each other support just through this simple program that's been set up. I think it's fucking brilliant. I love it. And I'll tell you what, if you go onto the Millwall, like I said, if you go onto that Millwall Community Trust website, you'll see all the stuff they do in the community. And someone said a really good thing on there, actually. He said, Millwall Football Club, the biggest small club in the world. I thought that's such a great little saying. Because as I say, they get a lot of negative press, don't they? And there's good and bad in all fan bases, mate. So don't stereotype people. Don't stereotype people and don't stereotype clubs. Because that's another great club for me. I might get people in the I know what's going to happen in the comments. Yeah, this one and that one from the past. This is now, right? This is the here and now. And this community stuff that Millwall's doing is brilliant. And in these videos that I do, the last few, I have slaughtered clubs for sort of taking the piss out of fans for prices and stuff. But I think it's good to have a balance, right? And it's good to point out the good things that people are doing. So that's the good side that I've seen on this, right? But another thing I saw on Saturday, I read an article in the newspaper about Man United with this disabled supporters association. They're under threat. They're looking at cutting their finances, right? Cutting their money. This is a club that's already made 250 redundancies, right? They're looking at cutting, I think it said £40,000 from this disabled supporters association. That's a day's money for one of the players. So you're going to take 40 grand off of this association for these disabled fans, right, who give their heart and soul to you. And it's a day's wages for a player. Don't seem right. It don't sit right. Don't sit right for me. I'm reading what I read about this, right? I've read that this subsidises Champions League trips and Wembley final trips for these disabled people. So obviously at the moment I'm guessing Europa League trips, because there ain't no Champions League football, is there? And it also pays for, I think it's called the Rolling Reds Disabled Fanzine magazine. Correct me if I'm wrong on these things. I'd love people to, in the comments, just let me know if I'm right or wrong, whatever, what they think. But that's on top of, right, they've already raised the prices for the disabled fans to park at Old Trafford, right, already on top of this, from £276 to £300. So they've already put a little bit of money on their parking. So they're already stitching them up for parking, right, which I think's fucking disgusting. These people have been fighting for years for better access to get into the grounds and stuff. And now you're starting to stitch them up. This is like a bit of a recurring theme with these football clubs for me. I'm doing concessions and young people, ticket prices are being ripped. Now I'm seeing the disabled fans getting a raw deal. It don't sit well with me. Don't sit well. It's another example of a club that's like out of touch with his fans for me. I think it's so fucking wrong. I mean, and I saw what I thought was great, right? Some of these fans from this Disabled Supporters Association, they took part in the big sleep out to raise funds the other day in Manchester for vulnerable people across Manchester. So they're putting themselves out for other vulnerable people. Bear in mind they're disabled themselves, right? But a football club, a multi-billion pound business football club, is trying to stitch them up. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. I don't get it. The funding's under threat. I don't think the club's come out and said, we're not going to cut your funding. But I see a statement on their Twitter page, right? And obviously this is November the 15th. This MUDSA, I think it's called. Man United Disabled Supporters Association. And they said, sort of, the sad loss of our secretary, like Chaz Banks, the possibility of changes made by the club, how they're going to work with us. But we are working in the background to work on a brighter future. So they're in no man's land here. Which for me, for £40,000 from a club that big, why are they no man's land? I don't get it. That's fucking that's like 2 pence to us, to that club. I can get the 40 grand to these people and fucking let them do what they do. They fucking love your club. You could tell they followed you all over Europe. It tells you here. The Champions League night, they follow you over Europe. These people are the heart and soul. Again, I keep saying it. These are the heart and soul of your club. It doesn't make any sense. You're striping them up. I really don't get it. But this is because they're looking at areas in the club to cut costs. Mate, this should be the last these should be the last people that are getting affected by this. How about them people on the pitch there that have got another manager sacked because their attitudes have been shit again for about the 4th or 5th manager in a row? But they're getting 200-300 grand a week. And these people are fucking, oh mate, honestly. They fucking bleed Man United, mate, these people. And you're striping them up. It's disgusting, mate. For a club like this, another, like, a club full of history, historic, iconic club in this country, worldwide actually. They claim to be the biggest club in the world, right? But they're looking at nicking 40 grand back off their disabled supporters. Fucking beggars belief. That's my famous saying on this. It beggars belief. I sit on this Dutch couch with saying beggars belief about 10 times on every video, because some of the shit I read about these football clubs, and I don't think they've come out and denied this. The first thing I'd be doing, mate, if I got this press in the paper, would be coming out and quashing it straight away. There's no way. You've just, like, let me put it this way, right? Man United have got all their fans on board now, haven't they? They've just got this fucking classy manager in. I've done a video on that manager. I think he's going to come here and smash it in this league. So on one end, they've come over here. He's come over here. So they've got you that manager. So all the fans are up now. They're thinking, oh, this is going to be brilliant. And I'm even thinking, oh, I'd really love to see Man United do well with this manager. Get Pep off his perch. And then I read this sort of shit and I think, I fucking hope you foul. When I see this sort of shit, these disabled people, mate, travel to that ground every week. They've got, obviously, disabilities. It's fucking not easy for these people to get to a football match, some of them. And you've got their carers who take their time out, whatever. You're taking away you're taking away their Christmas party. Come on now. Fuck me. Take away a Christmas party from these disabled people. Might be the only fucking social activity they've got, apart from the football matches. Come on now. It's getting beyond a joke. These Premier League clubs, these big clubs are actually, they're taking the fucking piss now. It's ridiculous. Honestly, 40,000 for a club of your size is absolutely fucking nothing. It's like me taking 2 pence out of my pocket now, throwing it on the floor. Doesn't matter to you at all. Don't cut this. Please don't do this. It's ridiculous. I've not even seen much. I've not seen much uproar on the internet about it or anything. So I've looked up a little bit about it because I'm not a Man United fan. But when I see things like this, I'm quite passionate about this sort of shit. Because I think fans are getting a raw deal, but by most clubs actually. I've done a video the other day, and it was nice to actually have fans saying that some clubs are actually doing them like great service with really good prices and that. And I'll point this out. But this sort of stuff, this Ineos, mate, they've got to nip this in the bud. Surely this is small fry for them. They don't need this. For the sake of 40,000, you don't need that press, do you? Just come out and say, fucking, we ain't stopping it, and that's it. You earn yourself a lot more respect. These fans have been there longer than you. Have some respect for them, man, honestly. But you've got, like I said, you've already striped them up for parking. Now you're making it harder for them to go to matches, and it's ridiculous, mate. They must have their own little community within the disabled supporters. Obviously they do with the association, but that must be their friend group, and don't take that away from them. I mean, don't do that to them. That is, size of this club, that is ridiculous. But like I said, that's the bad and the ugly side of this video for me. And I'm hoping it's not going to be a true one. I hope it's not going to come out and it's going to happen. I'll be fucking disgusted, mate. And I think the Man United fans, they won't be happy about that. That's bad. That's bad press, man. That's terrible. On the other side, got to say Millwall. That's brilliant, mate. Give me a massive smile when I read that the other day and I watched the video. I thought that was brilliant. And I love, as much as I make videos on this, because I'm passionate about football, right? As much as I make videos where I'm passionate about things and I really slate them, equally, I love to be positive, and I thought that was brilliant. Put a massive smile on my face. That's great. Especially for those people. They serve the country, mate. They serve you. And I think this country sometimes forgets them. The government forgets them. And they're put to the back of the queue of things, where they should be right up the front. And little gestures like this that Millwall have come up with. I love it. I love it. Mental well-being is it's such a massive thing. Such a massive thing in general, especially now with the problems everyone's facing financially. But these people, mate, they put their life on the line. And they come back here and they struggle. They struggle mentally. They struggle financially. They struggle. This is the thing. I think they're even helping them with like education, how to cope with. Because the ladies, I think one of the ladies said on the video, some of these people, they don't even know how to pay their bills or something. Like they struggle after a few months. They've wasted money or whatever. I think I saw, or someone said it online. Even just helping them with the basic life skills that they might not have had to use there in the real life. I think that's amazing. But no, well done to Millwall. That's absolutely brilliant, mate. I love that. But only a quick video. But yeah, the good Millwall, the bad and the ugly. It's Man United striping up their disabled supporters. Don't do it. It's a joke. You don't need to do it. There's pennies to you. Let them be what they are. And that's big fans of your football club who fucking cherish memories they make at your football club. That's the last people you should be striping up. But yeah, just a short video. And yeah, welcome back onto the Dutch Cats next time. Take care.